From the combined crew of blindandroidusers.com and accessibleandroid.com, it's time for your favorite Android podcast. Kick back now and enjoy another fine episode from these fanboys and gals as they navigate Android from a blindness perspective. And now, here's your crew. Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 204 of the Blind Android Users Podcast. We're recording today, November 2nd, 2024. I'm Warren Carr from Washington.
I'm John Dyer from Virginia.
Karin Kiwan from Lebanon.
And it's Salih Kunduz from Turkey.
Welcome to episode 204. Coming up, we have the announcements that's followed by the spotlight, where we talk about what's happening in Seeing AI. We have the Android basics, and today, of course, we're talking about that user guide, and that's the tips on the user guide found in the One UI settings. Then we conclude this episode with an app of the week, and today we're talking about the SpeakUp AI text-to-speech. Sally, let's start with you, my boy. Still searching for a heart of gold. I believe that's what's going on, right?
Yeah, searching and digging. It still continues. I'm doing well here. How are you?
Well, but you've got some mountains there in Turkey. You should. I don't think you're prospecting well. What's going on?
I'm still looking around mountains and hills all around it.
But so far, you're still lost in the valley. Is that what I'm hearing?
I'm lost.
Doggone
Definitely
it. Oh, I'm doing well. We had a wonderful week. It's been a wet week. It's been kind of very rainy and something rather strange. But it's it's fall, and that happens. And we've been in the 40s a lot. And today, though, we're going to be like 55 today or something like that. I mean, right now it's like 41 degrees. Karen, girl, you're still looking pretty. What's going on? Are you also searching for a heart of gold or not? Or no prospecting?
No, I'm not. Actually, today was, we have started to see rain. It was really a rainy day, and we had some hail.
Nice.
Actually, the hail, you can compare the hail that we had to small stones. In fact, there was a table that was damaged on the balcony because of the hail. So yeah, they were there were a few minutes of hail falling, and but that was good. But I just want to say something. I want to express my solidarity with everyone who is displaced in our ongoing situation. So people who are unable to find shelter during this rainy weather, I wish that the war will end soon and people will be able to return back to their homes and to live a normal life.
Yeah, our sympathies with you guys out there, and I hope that our leaders kind of fix things up so that everyone would return to their homes. John, Virginia, I like that girl. Virginia, what's going on with that girl?
It's going all right. It got warm again. It got up into the 80s this week, and but it was a good week. I went trick-or-treating for the first time in a long time.
Well, you have a little one with you, John. Of course, you have to do that thing. And I remember we used to do that with our kids, but most of the time, though, we used to be the ones that people came to. This last one, though, we didn't. But my little girl went out trick-or-treating with her friends. They came over here, and then they went out there. It was rainy, so it was no fun.
Yeah, the weather was good here. It was clear. It was 75. So can't complain about that.
No, we can't. And now, the announcement segment. This is a segment dedicated to things we want you to be in the know. And now for this week's episode, here's your announcements. Let's turn on to our announcements. And in our announcements, what do we have? We have our fourth anniversary coming up. That's a 4-year anniversary, folks, and that will be December the 21st. Would like to have another party. So we're having it close to Christmas. It's like a Christmas party in a sense. So we want you guys to come on and celebrate with us because this is a big, big milestone. And we're looking forward to you guys coming on. Tell your friends. We would love to have you guys. Guys, anything you want to say about this? Because I'm excited about it because I know it's both killing two birds with one single stone this Christmas. Probably I'll find something under my tree, but I may not be unwrapping it during that celebration.
Well, I'm super excited, and I just want us to play a part of like the very first episode in this one, so people will know from where we become.
That's right. And of course, I was listening to one, I think it was unboxing. Austin was unboxing the 7A, and I was listening to it a couple of days ago, and I was missing Austin a lot when I was listening to that. So talking about that episode 1, Sally,
Yeah, that's the best
big
ever. I
milestone.
mean, definitely the best episode that I can say.
That was quite an episode, wasn't it?
It's
but
epic, right?
it puts us to shame, but
It
it tells you how
it's
far
set
we've
the bar
come.
so high. We've only gone downhill since then.
Yeah.
Guys, if you haven't listened to our episode 1, take a listen. It's there on our YouTube channel. It's absolutely beautiful. I think probably it takes the cake, right, when it's all said and done. Yeah, but we really want to see you guys come and join us as we celebrate our 4th anniversary, and looking forward to seeing you guys. Welcome to the Spotlight segment. This is a segment dedicated to interviews with developers or interesting happenings in the world of Android. And now for this week's episode, here's your Spotlight. Up next is the Spotlight, and today we want to spotlight the Seeing AI. Something monumental happened with Seeing AI. And you know, Karen, you have tried it. I haven't. I wonder if John and Sally, if you guys have tried it. I haven't. I'm usually behind these things. And so you guys, why don't you spotlight this baby? I think it's a nice spotlight.
Yeah, so what's new with this update is the biggest thing, what everybody's talking about, is that you can now share videos with Seeing AI and it will describe the videos to you. Also, you can share PDFs. That's something that's new. And then a couple more things they added is so if you're scanning a QR code or a barcode, now you can do that in the same channel. Before you had to tell it what you're scanning before you scanned it. Now you don't have to do that. And then finally, when you are getting an image description and you ask it for more details of the image description, you can now ask it questions from that screen. Before you had to hit a button that said ask more in order to ask something about it. But now you can just do it all from that same interface.
So to be honest with you guys, I know I got the update, but I haven't tried it. And so I think there are some improvements in there. And I think on our Telegram channel, people were talking about the PDF recognition, and some were having some successes and others were not. And it seems like it also kind of depended on the file sizes or whatever. I don't know. I haven't tried it. Maybe I'll try it later on when we're done with the podcast. But I'm usually a little bit behind these things.
So I did try it, and just to point out some of the limitations we have here, they say you can only get 10 video descriptions a day. They say it resets the count at midnight, your local time, and then that's when you can use your next 10. But I haven't even got 10 to work yet, to be honest. And the other limitations are, they haven't said this, but from trying to share different videos, I've come to the conclusion that if it's larger than 150 megabytes, you can't share the video, because was able to share one that was 137 megabytes, and I was not able to share one that was like 158. So that's my guess. And then Karine told me that there's a 5-minute limit as well. I never ran into that limitation, but she got an error once saying that the video was over 5 minutes.
Oh, well, I want to talk first about my frustration, because it's rarely working for me, to be honest. It worked only with 2 videos, and they were so tiny in size, so less than 1 megabyte. Anything that is more than 1 megabyte is not working, and it's just giving me the try again error. So after about 1 minute of waiting, it gives you this error, which is try again in a few moments. And I tried again and tried again, but nothing. So I sent them an email. I hope that they will be working on a fix. Actually, I haven't received any reply until now, but yeah, at least I reported the bug. I don't know if it's related to my upload speed or something of this nature, but this shouldn't be the case. I mean, even if the upload speed is slow, it shouldn't stop or it shouldn't cancel the uploading thing, as long as it is working and as long as it is uploading. Something that I want to talk about is comparing the feature with PickyBot. Seeing AI video description, first of all, it doesn't recognize sounds. It doesn't try to describe the sounds. And the way it works is by playing the video, and then it's describing it scene by scene. So it pauses and describes the video using its reading aloud feature. So it is reading it. You are not using actually your screen reader in this. So it's reading scene by scene, then it plays the scene, then it reads, then it plays again, and that it pauses, then reads. So this is the way. In fact, with PickyBot, things are different. PickyBot recognizes the whole video, and it gives you description of what's in the video, including, of course, the sounds, when people are talking and stuff. So it's a different implementation, let's say. Of course, there's no syncing between the actual video and the description. So it's just showing you the description that it either plays using its voice, or you can explore via the screen reader. Well, another thing is that with PickyBot, you have more description services or AI services that you can select. I think this is the most important thing that PickyBot includes, which is the ability to select your AI engine. I think that seeing AI is using some sort of GPT, because the collaboration and Microsoft's Copilot and AI stuff already works on the GPT thing. So yeah, it's a sort of GPT thing. It's good based on the short videos that I was able to describe. It works well. But as I said, with PickyBot, the ability to select your AI engine is still a plus. But I think because of the 5-minute limitation, which is better than what PickyBot, I think PickyBot doesn't give you this 5 minutes thing. So it's able to describe longer videos. But yeah, I think that we have now 2 services. They are the only available services, which is good. And I hope that other apps will join this soon, like Be My Eyes. I think that they will be able to implement it better than seeing AI. And I think that it would be more stable based on the prior features that were added.
So I had a similar experience. I couldn't get it to work every time. I think I might have gotten 3 videos total, and I tried a lot. Sometimes, now I'll be honest, a lot of my videos were large files, and I quit. It just was taking too long, and I gave up, and I was like, I'm not going to sit here and wait any longer. So that was my fault for some of them. But yeah, it definitely needs to be more consistent, because when I did wait, most of the time I would get an error, and it would just tell me to try again. So it definitely needs to be more consistent. I think I actually like the implementation of it. I like the fact that it pauses the video and then tells you so that it's not talking over the video. So if there is dialogue in the video that you also want to hear, it's not competing with the description. So I like that it does that. I like how verbose it is. Now, I have a limited sample size because I didn't get it to work. But from what I did here, it didn't say anything ridiculous like trying to describe the atmosphere or like this is a beautiful, you know, I know Korean's with me on this. She doesn't like when it gives its opinion, basically. So it seems to only describe specifically from my limited sample size what's there rather than trying to give opinions, which I like.
Well, in my case, I was luckier because I tried 2 videos that my friend sent me that he downloaded from TikTok and sent me using Telegram, and it was they both were able to work for me, and I left it in the limits. So both 2 minutes videos and like 1 minute each, and it worked for me pretty well.
So if I understand you guys, seeing AI is more like real-time thing versus PickyBot that basically tells you what's going on in a summary form, including whether the sky is blue or there's a little whatever background of something, or it feels like a cozy day. Is that what I'm getting? Or this thing rather works better with maybe short videos. So maybe if one has like shorts, clips or whatever, that might come in handy. But I think that the most important thing though is that at least we're having more and more services for this type of things, because prior I think all that we had was PickyBot, wasn't it?
Yeah, true. It was the only service, and now we're seeing AI, and I don't think that there's any other app that has this. I mean, a blind-specific app. I don't know if you can describe videos using the ChatGPT app. I don't know. I haven't tried. So I'm talking only about the apps that are related to blind people.
Yeah, and talking about Be My Eyes, I know someone mentioned Be My Eyes. There was some problem with it too. I mean, following some update of some sort. So I don't know if you guys observed it. I didn't try it, but some people were saying it wasn't working, especially when you try to use the Be My AI. And the solution was to uninstall and reinstall it. I think they pushed out an update or something. Something happened. I don't know. Did any of you see that happening at your end, just in the event that someone's using Be My AI?
Yeah, that happened to me. I couldn't open the app. It was telling me there was an update that I needed to get, and then when I go to the Play Store, there was no update. So I tried clearing the data. That didn't fix it. So then I uninstalled it, reinstalled it, and logged in again, and it was working. So yeah, I did run into that issue.
And now, the Android Basics segment. This is a segment where we discuss the things that power your device from behind the scenes. And now, here's this week's episode, Android Basics. We now turn our attention to the Android Basics segment, and we're talking about the tips and user guide found there in the One UI settings. John brings us a preamble, and here's that preamble.
Hello and welcome back to our series on Samsung's One UI. We're getting near the end of the settings, but today we're going to be covering
Tips and User Guide. Useful tips, new features.
Going in here.
Tips. Galaxy AI. Unlock the full power of your Galaxy.
Of course, depending on what your device supports, this section may look different for you, but I'm just going to show you how it's showing up for me. As you saw, Galaxy AI.
Selected. Tab.
Then we have some tabs here. I'm assuming that Galaxy AI was the first tab.
Tab.
Another tab that's unlabeled.
Selected.
Let's see what that one was.
Galaxy Fold. See what your Galaxy is capable of.
So because I'm on my Fold, that's the second tab. Let's find out what the third tab was.
Tab. Selected. Tab. Selected. What's new? In One UI 6. Discover amazing new features.
So these are the tabs that show up near the top of this page.
Tab. Tab. Selected. Tab.
And I think there's one more tab.
Selected. Samsung account benefits. Explore everything your account can do.
And of course, double tapping on this slide, if you want to call it that, will take you and tell you more about whatever that subject was.
Tab. 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 Selected. Tab. Basic features.
And now below those featured tabs, near the top, we have a list. And as you heard, the first item in this list is basic features. So I'm going to go in.
Basic features. Navigate up. Button. Basic features. Search. Button. Personalize your phone. Change the look of your home screen, icons, lock screen apps and more. Just touch and hold the home screen, then tap themes to check out all the choices. Choose how to get around. You can use swipe gestures or buttons on the screen to go to the home screen, switch to another app, or return to the previous screen. Share power with another device. Learn how to charge another device with your phone's battery. Take quick screenshots. Press the volume down and side buttons at the same time to take a screenshot. You can also take screenshots by swiping the edge of your hand across the screen.
And those are the 4 items on this page. I'm going to go into one just to show you what it's like if you want more information. So I'm just going to double tap on this screenshot one.
Page 4 of 4. Basic features. Navigate up. Button.
And as you heard, it said page 4 of 4 because I double tapped on the 4th item in the list.
Share. Button.
There's a button where you can share it.
Take quick screenshots. Press the volume down and side buttons at the same time to take a screenshot. You can also take screenshots by swiping the edge of your hand across the screen. This feature may vary depending on your device model.
So, not much different than what we could gather from the previous page.
Show previous. Button.
And then this will just take us to the previous slide, which was the previous feature mentioned in the list on the previous page. So I'm just going to back out.
Basic features. Take quick screenshots. Press the volume down and side buttons at the same time to take a screenshot.
And now back out again.
Tips. Basic features.
And now I'm going to show you what's below basic features, although I'm not going to go into it because it's going to be a similar setup on each page as to what we previously explored. And like I mentioned earlier, depending on your device, these are all going to be different for you. So just go in and explore for yourself. But here's what I have.
Settings and personalization. Apps and productivity. Pictures and videos. Security and privacy. Connected devices. Digital lifestyle. Galaxy Buds.
Now I have a Galaxy Buds section because I have used Galaxy Buds with this phone. I'm assuming if you have connected a watch to the phone or any other Samsung accessories, you might also have a section you can explore here for your devices. And below the device tips, we have
User guide.
the user guide. I think this takes you to a web page, but let's find out.
Internet. Search or enter URL. Edit box. Galaxy Z Fold 6 Z Flip 6. Graphic.
So yeah, it took me to the online manual for my specific device. Backing out.
Tips. User guide.
Below user guide, we have one more item in this section.
Remote management.
Let's see what this says.
Remote management. Navigate up. Button. Remote management. If you have any questions or problems with your phone, you can get help through the remote support service. A tech consultant remotely controls your phone to diagnose and resolve problems. We make sure to protect your personal information while helping you remotely. View app details for Smart Tutor, link.
So Smart Tutor is the app that allows this to happen.
Install Smart Tutor button.
And that's where you would install it. So if you need tech support to walk you through something or do something for you, you have that option available to you here in the Samsung settings if you go through the process of installing this app, which I'm not going to do. But that brings us to the end of the tips and user guide section of the settings. I will now send it back to the crew.
Thank you so much for that, John, for doing another preamble as we move closer and closer to concluding our series on the One UI settings. So let's talk about this user guide. You know, this is one of those things. It's like when you get a phone in the box, and there's always that manual in there. You know, little booklet. I was listening to Austin, like I said, about his unboxing the Pixel 7a, and he was talking about the fact that and here's some garbage you need to throw in the garbage trash. In the trash can. That is the user guide. And he's like, no one reads those things anymore. If you want it, you could just read it online. So it's convenient that we have that user guide here on the phone, especially for those of us who are blind. I don't have to be trying to read something and or try to scan it and not knowing which one is Japanese or which one is Chinese. It's always a headache in there, but I'm glad we have that on here to where people could read about it. And John, I think they have it in different tabs, wasn't it? I thought you were talking about one tab that was for the fold, because you were viewing this on your fold, and then there's another tab in there. How are these things different from like someone maybe just using a regular phone?
Yeah, there's different sections, and depending on what device you have, that's the good thing. It'll only tell you the features that your phone has. So if you're just curious about, especially if you're new to Android or even just new to Samsung phones and you want to see, what can my phone do, this is a good way just to go in there and explore it. And I'm not trying to brag or anything, but I basically know everything about Android already, so none of it's new to me. But no, if you go in here, you might be able to find some cool things that you didn't realize your phone could do. So, and if you want, it can take you directly to the online manual if you'd rather read it that way, or you can just see the tips that it gives you in this part of the settings.
Yeah, and another thing though, that a lot of these tips usually would have like a little animated video animation of some sort in there. It's not necessarily something important to us, but maybe this is where something like the Seeing AI could come in. Do you think Seeing AI could interact with some of our animated video GIFs or GIFs or whatever people call them? You think we could use that for something like this? Because you go into these tips and you see someone demonstrating something. It's a silent video. Do we think that the Seeing AI might come in handy with this type of areas?
Well, you'd have to have the video in an MP4 format and then share it to Seeing AI. At least that's how it's currently set up.
I got it. Okay, so in this case, it's not going to help us. But in any case, though, the tips and tricks here will show you, like you said, John, on how to use certain aspects if you don't know how to do a certain thing. And if you can't find it, this is probably another area to go. And you can also read up on it, because if you want more intensive whatever, it can also take you to an online there that you could read about. So it's a good thing to have that on there versus trying to chase that language thing on that folded paper that comes in the box. Up next is the App of the Week segment. This is a segment dedicated to app demonstrations. Should you have an app that you would like to demonstrate for our listeners, feel free to send us the recording of such an app demo to contact us at blindandroidusers.com. And now for this week's episode, here's your app of the week. And now, to conclude this week's episode, we have an app of the week. And this week, I'm talking about something called the SpeakUp AI text-to-speech. Here's a demonstration of SpeakUp AI text-to-speech. Hi, for episode 204 app of the week, this is demonstrating SpeakUp AI text-to-speech. No, I'm not talking about the text-to-speech that you and I are thinking of. In other words, this is not a system-wide TTS engine. Rather, this is one of those a dime a dozen type apps that you find on the Play Store. In other words, this is just like an ebook reader or text reader. For today's demonstration, I'll be demonstrating this on my Pixel 9 XL Pro running Android 15 and TalkBack 15.x. I am on the Play Store page of SpeakUp AI, and I'll now navigate to the About, so we'll hear the information about the app, and then we'll come back and install and go through the process of touring the app.
About this app heading. Google Play Store. SpeakUp AI text-to-speech details. Ultimate text-to-speech TTS app. Listen anything you want with AI voices. Transform your reading experience with SpeakUp AI, the ultimate text-to-speech app. Are you tired of staring at screens and slogging through endless text? Say hello to SpeakUp AI, the most user-friendly and intuitive text-to-speech TTS app available. With SpeakUp AI, you can transform written content into spoken words. Listen to text notes, websites, PDFs, photos, or any text on images, all the content you've been wanting to read, now available in audio form. We've also added a full-featured web browser for an even more seamless listening experience. Features you'll love. Magnifying glass scan OCR images to audio. Have an image with text on it? Let SpeakUp AI's powerful AI tool read the text for you and then enjoy listening to it with any of our natural-sounding AI voices. Rocket listen at any speed. Our high-quality AI voices can read up to 2x faster than the average reading speed without compromising quality. Learn more in less time. Speaking head natural-sounding human voices. Experience text-to-speech like never before with fluid and human-like AI voices in many languages. Open book active text highlighting. Follow along effortlessly as the text is highlighted and perfectly synced with the voice reader. Reading and listening combined for improved retention. Auto-scrolling while listening with highlight active part is useful for education and productivity purposes. Books listen to any book on your shelf. Turn your favorite book sitting on the bookshelf into an audiobook. Just snap a pic of a page and SpeakUp AI will read it out loud to you. To sum up, free your hands and read and learn conveniently. Reading will never be a barrier again. Install SpeakUp AI today for free and embark on a whole new reading adventure. Let your ears take the lead. Listen with our AI voice generator added text notes, any website, PDF or EPUB at any time with wanted voice, language, speed and much more. Install SpeakUp AI today for free. Privacy policy, https://speakupiapp.com/privacy-policy. Terms of service, https://speakupiapp.com/terms-and-conditions.
And that's the description of the app. I'll now move on to the app info, in other words, the history of the app and the APIs that it supports. Here's what I'm talking about.
App info. Version 1.7.1. Updated on October 6, 2024. Downloads 10,000 plus downloads. Download size 44.98 megabytes. Required OS Android 5.0 and up. In-app purchases $1.99 minus $179.99 per item. Offered by Alexander Yefimov.
And that's both the description and the app information. I'll now go back to that installation page and tap on that install so we can go through the tour of the app.
Play Store. About this app heading.
And now I'm going to tap on Install.
Install button. Verified by Play Protect. Pending. Navigate up button. SpeakUp AI text-to-speech. 37%. 84%, 100%, installing.
There we go. I believe we're installed. And now I'll tap on Open.
Open button in list. SpeakUp.
Listen to any text content, notes, web pages, PDFs, EPUBs, and more. Transform your reading habits. Access your text-based content anywhere, anytime, while walking, driving, cooking, or working. Listen with ease.
That's the tutorial that comes up when you open up the app, and at the bottom of it you have the next button, and to the left at the bottom is the back, and by the way, that's not labeled. The next button, however, is labeled. Now, if you want to swipe with 2 fingers from the right edge of the phone to the left, it's not going to move you toward the next page. So you need to tap on that next button. I'll put my finger on the next button found at the bottom right.
Next button.
And I'll tap.
Convenient listening. Never miss a beat. Your reading history, file progress, and preferred voice are saved. Seamlessly continue your reading from where you last left off.
And by the way, I do want to mention here in passing that alongside with that button that is not labeled at the bottom, which is the back on the bottom left, in the middle of the phone is another unlabeled button. And for example, if you want to hear what she just said and you want to listen to it again, that's the play button. If you put your focus on it, however, TalkBack will tell you what it is after sitting there for a while. I'll show you what I'm talking about.
Button.
And we'll see what it tells you. It's going to be the play button.
Detected icon, play, image, a white play button on a green background, text A.
There we go. So now I'll move to the next button at the bottom right.
Next button.
Explore voices and languages. From varying voices to multiple languages, we provide an array of options for your preferences. With synchronized text highlighting, reading becomes a personalized and enjoyable experience.
That's the next page there. Now we'll move on to the next page.
Next button.
You're ready
to
to
go.
You're all set to start your listening journey. Begin enjoying your favorite content as audio with SpeakUp AI. Press Start My Journey, please.
And now at the bottom, or rather in the middle of the phone, below that play button is a button going across the screen that says Start Journey.
Start my journey. 0 files added.
I just tapped on Start My Journey and we heard 0 files added. Now, usually I go through and tell you if there are any buttons near the top and the bottom and all of that. With this app, however, we don't necessarily have any buttons near the top. Instead, we have a button in the middle that says
Add file button.
Add File button. Now at the bottom are 3 tabs, starting from the bottom left, and all these 3 tabs are properly labeled. We have
Add.
We have Add. In other words, you could tap on that button in the middle that says Add File, or you could tap on this one that simply says Add. To the right of that is
My files.
My Files. That's your existing files if you've imported files. And by the way, you need to sign in order to be able to do anything with it. Next, to the right of that,
For you.
is the For You tab, and that's the last one in there. While we're sitting here on the For You button, I want to tap on that so we can go and see what we can do with it and prompt us to sign in or sign up. I'll now tap.
For you.
Tapping on For You, and starting from the top going toward the bottom, we encounter
Sign up or sign in for full access.
There we go. Sign in or sign up for full access. And below that and going down,
Sign up, sign in button.
tap there to sign up or sign in.
My stats.
Next.
Total words listened, approximately 0. Great job. You have listened to approximately 0 pages of content.
Okay. Next.
Weekly. Tab 1 of 2.
And below that we have a couple tabs. There's a weekly, and then to the right of that is a selected one by default, and that's a daily.
Selected. Daily. Tab 2 of 2.
Next.
Sat. 26/10.
So
Sun.
basically here it goes through the calendar, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, that kind of thing.
FAQ and support.
We now come across a header of the FAQs, and below that we've got
See all.
See all.
What can I do with SpeakUp AI TTS capabilities? How does TTS AI technology benefit me? Why should I sign up? Need some help?
And that's the last item. Let's go ahead though and look at the why sign in or sign up.
Why should I sign up?
Why should I sign up? Let's take a look.
Dialog. Why should I sign up? Signing up allows you to securely access and manage your files. Your data is encrypted and protected, ensuring that only you have access to it. By signing up, you can track your listening history, save your progress, and customize your experience with various languages and voices. You can also choose to remove all your data at any time.
And below that, across the screen,
Sign up, sign in button.
and at the bottom
Dismiss.
is the dismiss button. I'm going to tap on that sign up/sign in.
Sign up, sign in button. Sign up button.
Tapping on sign in/sign up, here's the information
Detected
that we
icon
get.
left image. Create account.
We have create account,
Sign in with Google button.
sign in with Google,
Sign in with Apple button.
and below that,
Or continue with email.
or if you prefer to use an email address instead, below that you have the form that you can fill in the way of
Edit box full name. Edit box email. Password edit box password. Sign up button.
and the sign up.
Already have an account?
Now, if you already have an account like I already do, then below that
Sign in.
is the sign in. I'm going to tap in here to sign in.
Login button.
Now I'm going to put my information, and once I'm done, I'll be right back. and
Detected
continue.
icon left image a white arrow. Password 11 characters edit box password.
And now below that,
Sign in button. Loading 3 period.
there we go. It's loading my account, and if you already have imported books on another device, for example, they will show up here. And here, I'll take a look.
Pride and Prejudice. 0%. The first
There's one of my books, and it says Pride and Prejudice. Now that we are in an
Person
area
scene,
with
front door
our
doorbell.
books, we have new buttons that now show up. On the top left corner, we have
new file button.
new file to the left, and to the right
New folder button.
is a new folder. Now, associating with each of the books that you have imported, we have some other buttons. For example,
Pride and Prejudice. 0%. The 1st of November 20
to the right of that
button.
is a button that says
Button. Detected icon. More. Image. 3 dots in a line forming a vertical.
is a button that simply says button, but leaving your focus on there. That is the more options. Tapping on that will show you things like rename, delete, move to folder, or cancel. I'm going to try to open this particular book, Pride and Prejudice.
Pride and Prejudice. 0. Loading 3 period.
Tapping on that Pride and Prejudice now introduces us to several other buttons near the top. Starting from the left, we have the back button, which would simply say button because it's not labeled. Of course, leaving your focus on there will tell you it's the left button.
Button.
And moving right,
Button.
that button that says button moving right is your
Detected icon. More. Image. 3 dots in a circle symbolize.
more button that's also associated with this book, and tapping on that will present those same things we saw. That is the delete, rename, or move to folder. And to the right of that
Button.
is another unlabeled button, which of course is the more info or the info button.
Detected icon. Info. Image. A white circle with a white eye inside.
And tapping on that will show you the entire information about the book and all that it contains. Let's tap here to see what I'm talking about.
Dialogue. Pride and Prejudice. Source EPUB. Hash total words 130,389. Hash total parts 2,665. Hash created on 1.11.24.
And it tells you all of that info. Basically, I downloaded the book today, November 1st, 2024. I'll go back.
Button.
And then the last button there on the right near the top is
Detected
the
icon
settings
info.
button.
Image. Button.
Here's what I'm talking about, and this is the settings button. Tapping here.
Detected icon. Settings. Image. Settings. Button.
We are now in the settings, and starting from the top, here's what we got.
Settings. Heading. Theme settings. Dark mode. On. Switch. Premium upgrade. No ads. Enjoy an ad-free experience while listening. Unlimited text-to-speech. Convert unlimited text-to-speech. Unlimited recognizing for photos. Convert unlimited photos to speech. Background listening. Listen to content even when the app is not active. Includes all basic features.
In other words, if you tap here, you could choose from the different subscription models. And I do want to mention here in passing that if you're using the free version or free model, you're not going to be able to listen with the screen shut off. Let's tap here though and see what the subscription models are.
Unlock Premium button. Dialogue. SpeakUp AI Premium.
We're now on the page where we could see the subscription models, and on the top right is the close button if you want to close out of here.
Unlabeled.
And of course it's unlabeled, but if you leave your focus there, that's the close button.
Detected icon. Close. Image. A white circle with a
And then moving down,
upgrade for ad-free usage, unlimited text-to-speech background play, and unlimited file and image storage. Enhance your experience now. Weekly. Minus 35% off. $2.99 per 1 week. 3 days free trial. Cancel anytime.
next,
Monthly. Most popular. Minus 35% off. $9.99 per 1 month. 3 days free trial. Cancel anytime.
next,
Annually. Minus 35% off. $79.99 per 1 year. 5 days free trial. Cancel anytime.
and that's the last of those subscription
Upgrade.
models. And then this upgrade,
Privacy policy. Terms of use. Compare plans. Restore. Exploring the trial. Embrace a commitment-free path. Your satisfaction, your choice. Cancel anytime. If SpeakUp AI isn't your perfect match, no worries. Cancel anytime before your free trial ends. No charges if you cancel before trial ends. Your satisfaction is our priority. Seamless transition from free trial to premium. After your free trial, if you're loving SpeakUp AI, continue seamlessly as a premium user. The payment will happen on the end of trial. Your reading journey awaits. Dismiss.
and dismiss. I'm going to go back.
Settings. Unlock Premium button.
Moving on down,
About.
next,
Contact us.
next,
Share SpeakUp AI.
next,
App version 1.7.1.
next,
Account. My email, warcare at logout button. Delete account button.
and that's the last item. I'll now go back and tab on one of the books, especially that Pride and Prejudice.
The Project Gutenberg ebook of Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen.
And here we are now in the main book, and below that you could see all the different chapters and all of that. But at the bottom, we have some buttons. At the very bottom left and going right, here's what we got.
US image.
We hear US image. In other words, it's seeing my system language. If you happen to be in a different country, it may say the name of your country. Tapping on this one, though, will take you to where you could see different voices that you could choose from. And scrolling down will take you to some more languages. Or you could even tap on the search to choose a language. Here's what I'm talking about.
Dialogue. Edit box, list search language.
So you could search for the language that you're after. And below that,
English. Jessica, female, United States. US image.
and to the right of it is a play button, which is not labeled. But of course, if you leave your focus on it, it will tell
Button.
you that indeed that is the play button. So in other words, you could sample that
Detected
voice
icon,
before
play.
you choose to make it your voice. Here's what I'm talking about.
With cloud machine learning, Your application interprets images, texts, and so much more.
I'm going to move my finger down.
English. Amanda, female, United States.
And then to the right of it, of course, it
US
says
image.
US. And then to the right
Button.
is the play.
With cloud machine learning, your application interprets images, texts,
Detected
and so
icon.
much more.
Play. Image.
I'm just going to scroll down at
English.
random.
English. Olivia, female, United Kingdom.
And let's give Miss Olivia a
button.
little test here.
Hi, my name is Olivia. I will read any
Detected
text for
icon.
you.
Play. Image. English.
And you could scroll
English.
down and
English.
keep going on.
James, male, Australia.
These are free voices, and if you keep going, you'll find some that are premium voices. That's how you go about reading or selecting
image.
the voice that you want. I hope that you find it useful, and if you like it, you could go ahead and give it a try. Thanks for listening. And that's the description or little tour of the SpeakUp AI text-to-speech. Now, the thing though, guys, oftentimes, you go to the Play Store and then you search for text-to-speech engine, and then you get these things that are nowhere related to text-to-speech engines. Does it make you mad like it does me sometimes?
Yes.
Of a different category.
So many times it's just an app with an edit box, and you're supposed to paste your text in, and then it'll read it to you. Like that's all the app is, and they call themselves a text-to-speech engine.
Yeah, and I don't know why Google hasn't corrected this. They shouldn't be in the category of text-to-speech engines because the Play Store is just replete with those things. And to be honest, I find it so annoying.
Yeah, it makes it hard to find legit new text-to-speech engines if there ever was another one. It'd be hard to find.
Yeah, it does. It really does. It makes it so hard, because I'm trying to find, I'm crazy about text-to-speech engines. And when you try to search that keyword, you keep coming up with this garbage, and it's kind of annoying to me. But now and then, I think though, if it were me, these things should just be called e-readers or whatever instead of the, this text-to-speech engine. They're not text-to-speech engines. It's just annoying. But yeah, the SpeakUp AI text-to-speech, or it should be SpeakUp AI ebook reader. I mean, if it was me. But there you have it. It's a great app. The only problem that I have with it, though, is that if you're not a paying member, then you cannot do that background playback if you're just a regular subscriber, and you have to shell out the moolah. My question is, with the likes of 11 Labs Reader and some of other ones out there, is this necessary? I mean, I like the way it renders the text because the text is there as well. So if you're a Braille user, you can read the text. Of course, in the 11 Labs Reader, you are not interacting with the text. You can interact with the text with a screen reader. So it has a little plus going for it. And I think that's the only thing that sets it apart. If it were not something that is being asked to be paid for.
So I have a question. I installed the app to test it, but I was asked to sign in or create an account, and that was preventing me from doing anything in the app. So I don't think that I'm missing something, but so this means that it's not possible to skip this process, and you have to sign in order to be able to use any of the app's feature. I think I don't like this if this is the case, actually.
Yeah, I did indicate there that you have to sign in, because it's like the whole idea is making it available across your devices. So it's one of those things. If you don't sign in, for example, if I uploaded that Pride and Prejudice on my Pixel phone, and then I go to my S23 Plus, and I want to continue reading that Pride and Prejudice, it's not going to be there. I'll have to go find it and upload it again. So yeah, it does make sense. I think that's where they're coming from. But again, though, I think my problem is I'm not necessarily concerned about signing in or whatever the account usage. My problem is that I think it's too much. $9 or $10 a month, or $2 and something a week. I think that's a little bit too much asking for it, because if all that I need is to have that background play, and also I think the premium voice is it's not everyone that's going to be wanting the premium voices. The regular standard voices actually sound good enough for me. I was playing with a bunch of them, and they actually sounded really good, and I don't know how different the premium voices are going to be compared to those ones.
Yeah, but to be fair, we have to just not forget something, which is that 11 Labs is now free, but it won't be free forever. They already said that there will be premium packages, and they will still have the free version, but it will be limited. I don't know. Until now, I don't think that they have shared anything regarding the limitations that people will have. But we should wait and see what 11 Labs will do when it releases its premium version. So then we can compare, I think. But I still think that, okay, I haven't used the app, so I can't comment about the quality of the voices. But I think that 11 Labs is already the master in this, and it's already the champion. So I'm going to assume that 11 Labs will give you already better quality voices. So I don't know. You have tested them both, so you can just confirm my findings or say no. The quality is better with the app that we are talking about.
Now, to be honest with you, I didn't try the premium voices because you need to either have that 3-day trial, and I'm very notorious for forgetting to cancel those subscriptions. So I didn't. I mean, I could choose to try for a week and see what happens, and then I'll let you know. But yeah, I totally agree with you. I think that no one comes close to 11 Labs when it comes to that natural sounding voices, and I think everyone that's doing this is just playing catch up or whatever. Those guys are the masters of the natural sounding voices, and it wouldn't surprise me if they are getting some of these voices from these guys as well. But what I like is that there are just so many voices in here, but of course they're getting them from someone. But as far as I'm concerned, even just the regular voices sound great to me. They sound almost natural. And I think that if one gets the premium, it may sound just like the 11 Labs reader voices as well. So I may try it, and then maybe once I sign up, then I'm going to just cancel and then let it time out when the 3 days over, so that I'm not being charged. Yeah, I should.
Yeah, it's worth pointing out for those who don't know, because this is one of the things I love about Play Store subscriptions. You don't have to remind yourself to cancel it. You can cancel it immediately. So you could sign up for the free trial, go into your Play Store subscriptions and cancel it, and it won't cancel it right then and there. It will just wait until it expires and just not renew it. So you don't have to remember to cancel it in a week. You can just cancel it right then and there and then not worry about it.
That's true. It's just a thing for me. Sometimes I say, okay, I'll just play with it. Then maybe tomorrow I'll cancel, and then I totally forget about it. And before I know it, I'm napped.
Yeah, that's same here. That's why I always, whenever I do something like this, I'm like, okay, now before you even try it, go into Play Store, cancel the subscription, because you're not going to remember.
And then go play with it. Yeah. And that's what I did with what was it? Speechify. That's another crazy one. Speechify, I think I demonstrated that a little while ago. I think the asking price is just absolutely ridiculous. At least with this one, though, the highest subscription is $79, basically $80 a year, compared to the over $100 for the Speechify guys.
And what they do is they give you some of these apps give you a longer free trial if you sign up for like the year plan. So they know, like, if you sign up for the week trial, you're more likely to forget, and then you'll have already agreed to like renew at the full year price. so that's that's when you definitely have to make sure you cancel it if you're signing up for the for it to renew yearly.
Yeah. But the key word here, John, is what you said. If one is going to try it, yeah, sign up. And as soon as you sign up, then go cancel. In that way, you're not going to get hurt. And keep that in mind. If you really don't want to be paying for it, you just want to try it, sign up to try it. And then as soon as you're done with the subscription, go back and cancel it. It's not going to stop the signing, the trial that you've just enabled. It just will go off at the end of the trial, and it's not going to charge you a dime. So that's the best way to do it. Don't be a knucklehead like me who forgets to turn it off. So cancel right away after you've signed it up. All good things must end. Thus, it's curtain drawing time, bringing us to the close of this week's episode. Coming up, though, we give you information on how to get hold of us. Well, with that, we come to the end of this week's episode, and here's John to tell you information on how to get hold of us.
To contact us, simply send an email to contact@blindandroidusers.com. If you'd prefer, you can leave a voicemail by calling +1 307 202 9797. You can join our mailing list by sending a blank email to blindandroidusers+subscribe@groups.io. You can join our Facebook and Telegram groups or subscribe to our YouTube channel using the links in the podcast show notes or YouTube video description. And you can find all of this information and more at our website, blindandroidusers.com.
Thanks for that, John. And guys, we look forward to seeing you again next week. We thank you so much for listening to us week in, week out. And we're looking forward to seeing you guys. Have a great Sunday and Monday, whatever day it is at your end. Just enjoy that weekend. And from me, it's goodbye.
Have a great week. Thanks for listening.
Thank you for listening. Goodbye.
Thanks for listening, everyone. Goodbye.
Thanks for listening to another episode of the Blind Android Users Podcast. Until we see you next week, don't forget to leave us your comments and suggestions via our email contact or using any of our social media sites. Have a great week.